Yeah. We back again, once again.
Hey,
Yeah, the show with the Joker. Yeah, on the 716 Music
hey,
and
I
Flows
feel like the
edition.
best out of my city.
Y'all know what we're trying to do, man. Y'all know what it is. We do the best
I
out
feel
of the
like the
city. You
best
know
out
what
of
it
my
is.
city.
It's not illustrated.
Hey,
Time to pay
look,
homage,
I feel
y'all.
like the best out of my city. Test me in this party like a candle, it get litty. I come from a place where niggas killin', show no pity. Cause I said them niggas ain't 100, give them 50, told them chill out. Don't care if niggas hate me cause I'm winning. I look up to God and that's why I keep on sinning. Y'all know how I rock, know I've been real since the beginning. Tired of you niggas that be frontin', I've been trying to fish the will out. I feel like the best out of my city, no contesting it. Ain't no place for pussies, you get right or you get left with it. Got no time for niggas tryna talk my head to deficit. Got no time for beef, on smoke, then put his ass to rest of shit. I watch out for snakes, I'm from the garden. When we play with rockets off the cool, but we ain't hardin'. Hey, look, please just let me be, don't get me started. Nike, I just do it with this rap shit, I'm the hardest. Hey, look, I feel like a champion, not a lot to handle this. Any nigga playing like he tough, we gon' dismantle him. See just how I'm managing, opposition panicking. Niggas in my phone, I be too busy, I ain't answering. I done went and really got my bands up. All I see is niggas that be sitting with their hands up. Hey, look, I done went and really got my bands up. All I see is niggas that be sitting with their hands up. Hey, look, cause I feel like the best out of my city. Test me in this party like a candle, it get litty. I come from a place where niggas killin', show no pity. Cause I said them niggas ain't 100, give them 50, told them chill out. Don't care if niggas hate me cause I'm winning. I look up to God and that's why I keep on sinning. Y'all know how I rock, know I've been real since the beginning. Tired of you niggas that be frontin', I've been tryna fish the will out. Niggas tryna beef this out of jealousy, probably cause they know that they ain't never getting next to me. Ay, just know you gon' fail, you get to testing me. Only hit my phone if it's about the bread especially. Ay, look, I've been tryna take off on these niggas, ain't no catching up. Cause I said it's beef to hit his phone cause he gon' wet him up. I come from the bottom of the barrel, now I'm stepping up. Took my time to plan out all my moves, now watch me level up. I done swear I made my own path with this shit. You niggas wanna buck, but I'm gon' last in this shit. And this for all you niggas that was laughing and shit. When I said it, I'ma treat it like my passion and shit. Look, I look out for snakes, I'm from the garden. When we play with rockets off the court like we was hardin'. Ay, look, I look out for snakes, I'm from the garden. When we play with rockets off the court like we was hardin'. Look, I feel like the best out of my city. Test me in this party like a candle, it get litty. I come from a place where niggas killin', show no pity. Cause I said them niggas ain't 100, give them 50, told them chill out. Don't care if niggas hate me cause I'm winning. I look up to God and that's why I keep on sinning. Y'all know how I rock, know I've been real since the beginning. Tired of you niggas that be frontin', I've been tryna fish the will out. Gang.
Yeah. No doubt. We gonna get this thing started, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, buddy, we here, man. Making it do what it do. What up with you?
Man, coolin', man. We out here.
Yeah, you all the way outside. You all the way out.
Trying to be.
you in the middle of the street walking. You ain't even on the sidewalk. You know, making it do it, yeah, man. Let people know a little bit about yourself, Tony Boy, man. I know a lot about you. A lot of people might not know because I know a lot of people don't recognize a lot of people that's nominated. Those who don't have their ears on the street. You know what I'm saying, 100%.
Oh, man.
But you know, let them know a little bit about your history and your catalog.
All right. Well, since I know Unc is watching right now, you know what I'm saying. I started rapping back 2005 with my boys, Gaines, Skate. We've been by a group. We was like probably 20 deep crew called GMG. Me, Skate, Gaines, my man Tony Poe, Devonair, Scotty, Lil Bam Fam. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a group of us. We started doing it like that back in like 2005, 2006. Fast forward some years, I was in a group called Cooley High where we kind of separated that big group. Okay. And that was me, Skate, and Gaines. And we went on tour. We opened up for all the big acts coming into Buffalo, like Joe Budden, Pusha T.
Word. Man,
I can go down the list. Currency, Raekwon, whatever. So, you know, we all grew up.
Yeah.
We split. We did our thing. I got my brother Gaines shirt on right here. He doing his thing.
Yeah.
I ended up doing my thing with the engineering and the producing. I went down to Full Sail, down in Orlando. Got my degree.
Right.
And then I came back to town on fire, man. Like I was ready, man. So I came back to town, got my record with Benny, did the joint with Conway, ended up starting working for them, doing a lot of work for Griselda. And then you know, I had my own records out here and there. And shoot, like the rest is, you know, urban legend.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. You got me. When I first, I've been heard about you for a while through DJ Ruckus, rest in peace. I used to listen to the Rubber Radio show when I came back from down south, and that really got me inspired to stay into the hip hop culture. Because at that time, you know, me being down south, you know, that little saying, they were saying hip hop was dead and all that, but it really wasn't, because I was in my bag with Little Brother, Knife Wonder, you know what I mean, Common albums and all that. So when I came back home and heard the radio station, somebody put me on like, yo, the Rubber Radio joint, you know, you gotta check that out. I don't know who told me, but you know, they told me download the app. I downloaded the app and I fell in love ever since. At that time, I was going job hunting and everything. I come home, you know how you usually come home from Buffalo job hunting. You know what I mean? I was in my, you know what I mean, on my phone, headphones, listen to Rubber Radio, listen to all the shows, the past shows, and then I started hearing a lot of your music on rotation. I'm like, okay. I said, this cat, to be honest with you, I didn't know you was from Buffalo at first. You know what I mean? And then,
it was great. A lot of people thought that. A lot of people think that because I mean, like me growing up, I moved all over the country and shit, and I did a lot of traveling and shit. So my accent is not really like a Western New York accent. So like, even I remember my football coach, my senior year, he's like, son, where are you from? I said, I'm from the town. he's like,
right. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it was like,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I got all y'all tracks when y'all 13, 15 years old, GMG, yup.
Yeah. Just legendary, classic right there. I would love to hear some of that stuff too, man, because I know it's fire. Because when I heard that, I didn't even know you was from
got it all on CD still. Wow. He still got it on CD. Lil Dev put up on me sometime last year, and he had the book of CDs that Unc was holding in his safe, I want to say.
Yeah.
And he brought them over and said, yo, I got to take these back to my dad so you can play them, but I got to take them back. He wouldn't let us have them.
Right. Yeah, that's when you got, because, you know, I know Devin got a lot of classic stuff from flyers. You got a lot of newspaper press stuff from, you know, when everybody did, they did some things, Upstate Click did their thing. He had a lot of legendary work. He even had my Haters album, you know what I mean? Salute. You know what I mean? He got a lot of things, man. But yeah, I didn't know you was from Buffalo until Ruckus was like, yo, Tony Boy in the way, he running late. I'm like, oh, word? You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, I was a starstruck because I was a fan first. You know what I mean? And you know, he was like, yeah, the first Black God, I know he was talking about. Then he said, oh, that's a Tony Boy. I said, okay, now that makes sense. I thought that was two different people too. So crazy, you know what I mean? So when I met you, you know, we killed it. We rolled up and did the Rubber Radio and had a good time, and we, you know, and that's like okay, that was up, man, you know. And that's when I really wanted to get involved, and I was really inspired from the work. I was inspired from the beats. I was inspired for everything you're doing in your DJing work. Like, you really in the element of hip hop. What made you? What inspired you to do all those lanes of hip hop? All them elements of hip hop, man. What got you involved? What inspired you?
Oh man, really like how you said, like I just wanted to be involved. So like I took it upon myself to learn all these different skills. You know what I mean? You can ask Optimus Prime, DJ Heat, all these DJs, Cutler, all the legendary DJs. I used to go down there when I was in my younger 20s and be over their shoulder. Hey, yo, what's good? Right. Hey, what you doing? How you do that? Where do I get that from? Like, yo, here, play my record. I have flash drives. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was really just more so like me really wanting to be a hip hopper than a rapper or a DJ. Like, I just wanted to be in it. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, just learning. I kept learning, and then when it came down to engineering was like, okay, boom, here's my light bulb. This is where it makes sense to me the most. Yeah. And like I've just been part of the culture, and I've been lucky and blessed to be able to follow people like Ruckus and Optimus Prime, and you know real legends and Bam Fam, you know. So like just having foresight of seeing what they did and just taking notes and just being part of what I love to do.
Yeah, no doubt. So when you did your engineering thing, man, What college did you go to, and how was that experience?
So I went to Full Sail University. That's like one of the top media production
Yeah,
schools,
yeah, yeah,
maybe in the world. I don't know. I know it's in the country, but I went down. It was a beautiful experience. I got to work on $1 million consoles. I'm in crazy rooms, equipment out the ass. Like I can go in the
yeah,
closet and take whatever I want to use. It was just a great experience and like real hands on. Um, I met a lot of really dope people, but
yeah.
it also gave me the look at what my town was doing from the outside.
Right,
So
right.
I'm watching from 2.5 years outside, like, okay, we need to do this, that, and the third, while
Yeah,
West and them is bubbling. So I'm like, I'm down in Florida telling people about West. Like
yeah,
people like, oh, then 3 years later, they're like, yo, I saw your boy on BET. I saw your boy. I'm like, yeah, I told y'all. Like this look like we coming, man.
yeah. Right, that's right. That's right. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, because you the first person that name that came up too. When I was at the time, I was working on. I don't think I was working on the Haters album. I was just working on a couple of singles at the time when I was going to. I was going to my man Bandits in the studio in Lackawanna, and he was taking some engineering courses. He wasn't really solid yet. He was still learning and trying to figure it out. And I liked the sound, but I really wanted to get more clear. And I was asking around. I think I hit with Cole, and he told me he was like, "Yo, you need to get with
Tobito.
Tony Boy." Yeah, he said you need to get with Tony Boy. That's the dude. He wanted the top in the city besides Kid Cole. And he was like, "Man, you need to get with him. That's the person you need to get with." So that at that time, I was like, "Okay, I was hearing you, and I was buzzing. Your name was buzzing in different lanes, even from DJing. Like when I wanted to,
Right.
when me and Kulu was doing our thing before. I think DJ Flash couldn't DJ or something because what I'm saying, he was taking care of some things. He had to go out of town. And your name came up again. Yo, you need to go ahead and get, your name came up. You can't get him. Get Optimus Prime. The Optimus Prime name came up. It's funny. Then I met y'all like maybe 2 months later, 3 months later, at Rubber Radio. So that was crazy. That was
We was probably together.
yeah, I'm saying that was the universe putting us together right there. So I was like, this is up, man. And then my wife came with us, and she was like, that's the same people you were talking about. I said, yeah, what I'm saying. It was crazy. She's like, oh, okay, you know what I mean. So yeah, man, I definitely it was definitely a blessing to hang out with you guys on a personal level. Not even on the business level. We definitely having fun in the culture on the show, Rubber Radio, and
you've been in the basement. You know what I'm saying? The basement was more so a family vibe. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't going down there to work. You know what I'm saying? We down there having a good time. And like Prime and Ruckus used to always joke and be like, okay, we got the young grasshopper about to get on the turntables, and I'm like, all right, bet you're about to let me spin. All right, let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that we used to have fun. And then y'all was playing some. Y'all was coming in the crates with some underground flavors. Like I can tell y'all was in the culture. Y'all introduced me to a lot of boom bap MCs that was in the community at that time, and that really let me know that hip hop is still alive and it's well and it's not going nowhere, because I heard a lot of underground backpackers. But I didn't hear the catalog y'all was playing. Y'all every time y'all got on there, y'all didn't play no mainstream like the first 20 minutes. I didn't know who y'all was playing, but it was fire. I'm like, who that? Did you blend something else? You cut something else in? I'm like, who that? That song's on a like, who that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. It'd be crazy. Like some of the records would be playing be old records that people just never visited, or what I'm saying, the B-sides and that's why I think like Rebel Radio was so dope, because like you said, we didn't really care about mainstream, and we were able to syndicate our show across the country. Like you saw us do it, like Rappers Out of Control, all these other we got played, and I was love. We never expected that. Like I said, it was a family thing. We was just in the basement drinking beers, having a good time.
That's right.
And then it turned into something great, man. Rest in peace, Ruckus.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ruckus. And he definitely built definitely a hip hop family, man. And he taught me everything I know. Like everything I'm doing right now, he taught me. You know what I mean? I love radio. I love podcasts. I always wanted to do it. I never had the urge or the pride to even try it, because that was my main fear for some reason. But Ruckus made it very comfortable for me when he was teaching me. You know what I mean? And then I was watching. I was watching how you doing when you was, when he had you behind the board, when he was, when he had to leave for a minute, you behind the board, when we was live on the radio. Then I'm watching you doing what you're doing, what button to press, what's this, and now I was educating myself without being in school. Like, you know what I mean? I was very vigilant wherever I was at to learn how to do things. But then one day, me and the wife came to visit. He just invited us over. Like, it was no show going on. He's invited us over. We, he wanted me to bring the album at the time, the Haters album, and him and Hubcap was in the basement, and that's when he started showing me everything. Yo, you got to get this program. This does this. You got to do this. He taught me step by step. It was almost like college. Like, I had my notebook taking notes. Like, let me write this down. You know what I mean? Let me write this joint down so I can know what I got to do. He taught me everything I need to know about what type of mics to get, what's the best sound card to get, to the EQ, to the boards, to anything you wanted to do to upgrade to your radio or podcast or what you want to do. And he said these programs, it's so easy to get involved. You just got to have a budget and pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is like right here in front of your face. And he taught me everything. He said, this computer right here never goes off. This is the radio that always play. He was like, yo, everything I could just do this, that, and the third, drag this, drag that in there, and change the format. And I was like, that's crazy. That's like,
like, bro, like that setup was so crazy because it was a combination of like Covert, Prime, myself, you know what I'm saying, and then Ruckus. Ruckus is a tech guy. Prime is a gear guy.
Yeah.
Cove knows how to daisy chain and all this other, and then here I'm another gear and technical guy. So like when Ruckus was like, yo, we need to do this, like we had hiccups, but like when we got it and Ruckus was able to figure it all out because he's the tech guy, man, like he was a genius.
He was definitely a genius. It did the graphics. That was just extra.
Right.
He was a graphic artist,
he
man.
He was a graphic guy too,
Yeah, he did logos and everything, and he'd always, that's when me and him got together because he loved my art. And I was into art. And I was like, that made me fall in love with Griselda before I heard the music was the art of what they was doing. I was loving the designs, and I was loving the canvas work because I'm a canvas artist too. I was just loving all that first before I even heard anything from Griselda or anything that I heard from even from Ruckus. The Ruckus had a lot of artwork that he collected, vinyl collections to CDs and everything. So I was really loving the culture. Right. At that time, and then when I met you, that was just an extra, you know what I mean? And we chopped it up, and you know what I'm saying, and I learned some things from you. During that whole process of doing music, like what made you get into the rap game part, to where you could do all that once? I know a lot of people can't do that. That's a talent by itself, that you could do beats, engineer, DJ, rap. You know what I mean? What was that whole shebang right there?
I would say a lot of that came when I finished school. Like I feel like after I graduated Full Sail, a lot of things made a lot more sense in my head. Right. So then, I was able, like a few people would say, like before I left Buffalo, I was just a record player.
Right.
I came back to Buffalo as a DJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And then while I'm in Florida, I perfected my production, my beats. And then obviously I was going to learn how to mix and master.
Right.
So I like I said, I've been rapping since 2005.
Right.
So the rap part was easy. Part was real easy. But it was just more so just trying to mold my own sound and really make it to where, like, this is a Tony Boy song. Like when I play somebody a record, you can say, hey, that's Blunt God, or this is a Blunt God song, this is a Tony Boy song.
Yeah.
And it took me a few years. It took me a long time, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying I'm blessed, bro. I have a lot of great people around me, and that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. Shout out to Band Fam. He said they need to do a reunion.
GMG reunion.
Yeah.
All right, so we doing a Cooley High reunion. The Cooley High reunion we can do it all together.
Yeah.
So man, it's crazy, man. Yo, all the GMG dudes is all doing well. That's crazy. Yeah, we all doing very well. So
I mean, I'm trying to do a reunion too for the Pack Crew. I was in a crew called the Pack Crew back in the 90s in Lackawanna. We trying to do a reunion. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying. We all need to pray for my man Little Hook from the crew. You know what I'm saying? He battling cancer. He still holding it down. and everything. And so we trying to get together before, you know, some things happen, because, you know, it's still bubbling up in his body right now. And we trying to do one this year, hopefully, when I come for the awards, hopefully do a reunion, go in the studio, do a whole track with all of us on, while we all here living, breathing, and everything. But we try to do a reunion because, you know, that when me and Debonair talk all the time, we always talk about the Pack Crew. That was one of the top crews come from upstate. It was Watch Your Head Click, you know what I'm saying, Divine Debonair, Upstate Click, you know what I mean? What was the other crew? It was another one crew called the Pack. People we was the Pack, and it was the Wolf Pack. It was two different packs.
Okay.
One was called the Wolf Pack, and one was called the Pack Crew. So people get us confused when they used to hear the music, but then when they heard the sound, they, you know, the Mad Scientist, Mad G, he was the main beat maker. I like Wanda, you know what I'm saying? He's going through some things too, so we praying for him too. So we're trying to do a reunion too. So it's good to have a reunion of all your OGs that been doing hip hop and all that. What you got going on now? What's going on for Tony Boy in the future besides being nominated as Engineer of the Year?
Man, right now, so I ain't gonna say I finished it, but we put the groundwork down for an EP with Brad Piff. Brad Piff's from Rochester. Okay. Do a lot of music with Pounds, the 448 boys. Me and Gaines got a project that we're supposed to finish towards the end of the year. We're not working on that right now, but it's all laid out. We just gotta record it. Yeah. What else? I'm mixing a Camino album right now. That's fire. Ooh. Man, I'll say a couple feet. You got Inspector Deck on there, obviously Benny on there. Yeah. So a couple other bigger ones I can't say yet because we didn't get them. But yeah, like it's always work. We working. We got Both Low later this year at the festival. Just staying active, man. Just trying not to stay stagnant.
Yeah. No, I can't wait for that El Camino. I've been following El Camino for a while. When he came out with that first album, when I see them at Wing Kings back in the day, you know, and he copped the haters out. Salute to him. Support local hip hop, man. And that's what you do. You very supportive brother, man. Like you never hold back on a lot of things that are going on in the city. And I salute you for that. I'll give you flowers on that because a lot of people don't do that. You know, on a consistent basis. You really support the culture of what's the movement. How do you feel about the Griselda movement? How they opened up Buffalo and what you see what's going on? How you feel what's going to happen in the next 5 years?
Ooh, okay. So how I feel about Griselda, I love them boys, because they put the battery back in the back. You know what I'm saying? We had a few of us that was doing our thing, but they made it to where it wasn't like weird to not fuck with Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Because right. Like you have to have that mindset at some point if you want to take your music out of the town. You don't want to always be a local MC. And once they did that, like it really just put everybody's mindset in a different place. And now you see people actually taking strides and putting their music in the right places and actually taking their craft a little more serious. 5 years from now, I would hope that there is another artist with a different sound that has nothing to do with the Griselda sound that has success. That's really one of my, because once we get that, then we can start being like, we're Detroit, we're Cleveland, you know what I'm saying, and have a real music hub, because the world is looking at us as a boom bap city right now, and we got a lot of sounds. A lot of sounds.
That's right. We do.
So if that can happen, I think there's a lot of progress to come. A lot of progress.
Yeah. I feel the same way too, man. Especially somebody that's really, you know, I'm looking for an artist out of Buffalo, like you said, that has a different sound but consistent on that sound. Don't change up.
Right.
You know, be consistent on that sound. Know your brand. Know your lane you're trying to be in, and just go for it. Don't look back. Just keep going forward. Keep working, and don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about none of that. You know what I mean? Just stay focused with you. Because I know a couple artists that have not the potential to do that, but they get to left field a little bit because they hear something that's tight, and then they want to do it. It sounds good, but at the end of the day, what are you doing? You know, what are you
Right, it's
trying
not
to do?
you.
Yeah, right. It could probably be you on a feature in the future, but right now, just focus on your craft and focus on what you want to do in your lane. And that's what you did. That's what really uh, 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 got me comfortable of what I wanted to do. You know, you Tony Boy actually stayed in your lane, because when I was on Rubber Radio doing the show one time, one of the shows you couldn't come through, I had took your spot, and you was on what was that, Insonic Magazine? You know what I mean? You was on
Oh yeah.
you was on all the boom bap platforms, straight from the underground. Had you going good with DJ Chris G, the boys out there in Paris, G-Zon had you on rotation and mixes, some mixtapes and everything. Shout out to the DJ from Russia, DJ Ignice. He had you on a boom bap.
He nice.
You know, and I started seeing you in other
like
platforms.
flip the script and straight from the underground. All them,
you know what I'm saying? Gorilla Groove. You know, you know what I mean? They had you on all those
what's the Eclipse show?
yeah. Everybody. I'm like, that's what got me like, okay, that's what I want to do. That's me. Because I'm like, the community was showing a lot of love. And I knew I had the ability to do that. I knew I had the ability, and I knew I wasn't a trash MC. You know what I mean? I just wanted to know my lane and my sound, what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Right. But that was inspiration to see that when I was on the show. And I'm like, man, he on all this, man. And he told me he ain't here today. He had to take care of something. I think you had to DJ. I think you had to DJ a wedding or something. I think he was busy. But and I'm like, he on all these platforms, Ruckus? He was like, yeah, man. He said, that's crazy. I'm like, wow. Then Lapoti the Legend, you know what I'm saying? He was giving you shout out.
So that's my dog.
Yeah.
That's my dog, man. Like, man, I got the most respect for that, man, because we asked him, I wouldn't even say for a favor, but he came out to the town and we did the show or whatever. I had, who pulled up on it? I think Etho pulled up that night. Jamal Gasol pulled up that night. Like, this is me, like, not knowing what my reach was. So, like, they pulling up.
They came out, too. Fleet Lord, G4, Jag came through.
A few people came out. So, I'm like, damn, I didn't know my reach. They come in because they're like, oh, we saw the flyer. We fuck with Napoleon. I ain't bad word. Like, so then that kind of solidified my head. And Napoleon pulled me aside, like, bro, anything you ever need from me, like, just hit me up. And like I say, I've never called him for anything, still to this day. Right. Still to this day. But like it's just a mutual respect. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been blessed to have good friends, man. I've been really blessed to have really good friends.
He showed me mad love. He had copped the Haters album. I was doing the pop-up show edition when you had the Boiler Room jump off. Yeah. And then let's talk about that, the Boiler Room. What got you to get involved in that movement though? That was crazy.
Oh man. So really that was just me coming home from Florida. Everything started when I came home from Florida. Came home from Florida, saw that everybody was kind of booking the same show over and over again. So it's like the same series of 6 or 7 artists on the same show, different venue, blah, blah, blah. I got sick of it. So what I did was, I'm like, there's producers out here, there's DJs out here, they all deserve a chance. Right. And they're talented. It's not like they're just some Joe Smo DJ or producer or rapper. So I put those together and put everybody together. I think we did 24 of those over a span of 2 years. With different acts on every show except for 2, I want to say.
Yeah.
I never doubled down on artists. And I think I only rapped on those shows once.
Right. Yeah,
we had Benny out there, Rick Hyde.
Yup.
Yeah, y'all DJing, whatever, hosting. We had, like, before people had they big run or whatever, like Etho came down, Rick Hyde, Danielson, Benny the Butcher. I had Rome Streets, Fast Life. We brought it's crazy. A lot of people didn't know who they were, so they were $10 shows. And people did we're like, yo, why aren't people coming to these shows? And now look at them, like these dudes got $40 tickets on tours and shit now. Like,
definitely. And I went to 2 of your Boiler Room ones, the Napoleon Legend one, and my boy Mad Dukes.
Another legend, man.
Yeah. We had with Mad Dukes. Mad Dukes. I was a Mad Dukes fan when I was living down south. With in the MySpace days, I always tapped in what was going on in Buffalo, and then I followed a page called Think Records, and that's what I knew. That's when I was a fan of Ruckus. That's when I was a fan of Optimus Prime. I was a fan of Mad Dukes, Fresh Kills, all that. So so I was really involved to what was going on in the city. And back that time, they were saying hip hop was dead at that time. And when I see that, I'm like, nah, man. I said, this is crazy. And then, like, my people know him. I met L Stress. Shout out to L Stress from Chi-Town. L Stress a good fan of yours too. He has a couple of your vinyls too. L Stress, man, I should have him hear a lot of stuff, and that's how he got to know who you guys was. And then he followed you guys, and then I think somebody from Think Record was doing the show in Philly, and then there was another cat from Philly that was doing the show, and L Stress was on a ticket, and he wanted me to go with him, but I couldn't go with him at that time because I was working 2 jobs in South Carolina, so I couldn't go. I had to work. I couldn't get that time off. And he went by himself, went on the road with him, and I think he went on the road by himself. He somebody went with him or not, but he said that's when he met Mad Duke for the first time. I think he said Fresh Kid was out there. And I forgot the rapper from Philly that was nice though, man. He had the braids, but he came to Charlotte and I seen him perform. I forgot his name, but he used to do the blindfold. And he used to freestyle what he had in his hand. They used to put stuff in his hand. He used to freestyle. But he was a fan of yours too. Like, he was like, yo, you from Buffalo? He's like, he was, he's saying Tony Boy. He was talking about the people from Think Records. That he was like, yeah, man, I opened up a couple shows. I did a couple shows with the brothers, man, around the upstate, man, Albany, Syracuse area, colleges, stuff like that. He was like, they put I forgot his name though. If I can get his name. Oh man, he was a young boy. He was a college student. I think he was going to college to be a doctor or something, educational doctor. He was real good with kids in school and stuff like that. He was real smart, educated brother, man. And that really got me like to really be inspired because him being educated, going to college and his education, that really caught me. But then his lyrical content is like, he was like a Rakim to me. Like, I'm like, this dude is phenomenal. Like, you know what I mean? When he did, I forgot the brother's name though. If I get his name, I know you know him. As he said, he did.
So I'm sitting here trying to like thinking like you naming all of his credentials. I'm like, damn, like it sounds familiar. I just can't put a name to it.
Yeah, he's from Philly, but I think his cousin is a Freeway. Him and Freeway, his first cousin, and I think Freeway the big cuz. He's a little cuz, but he had braids in his hair, like he had dread, but he had it always pushed back, and he had earrings, and he was a little, like a pretty boy swag, but he was raw with the bars. Like he was very talented. But I seen him perform a couple of times, man. But he did the blindfold thing. That's why. Yeah, I think that's his trademark. I don't know you. That's why I brought it to you, see if you remember him. Because he's the only one that did the blindfold in the freestyle. He had an audience put stuff in his hands. And he guessed what it is in the freestyle on top of the dome.
Right.
People put wallets in his hand. Girls couldn't bring them panties and everything. Somebody gave him a stool. Somebody gave him an album vinyl. And the crazy thing about
let me grab my charger real quick.
Okay.
One second.
But we here live and direct right here with my boy Tony Boy, live and direct right here on the Pop-Up Show with the Joker, the 716 Music Awards 2023 edition. Today, later on today, I'm gonna have another show. I'm gonna have Vet Green from Think and Grow with Vet Green. She's nominated for a podcast of the year. She will be on the show later on today, and I'm gonna have Audie Banks, who is nominated for, I believe it's a video of the year, a song of the year. She's going to be on with Vet Green later on today in the next couple hours. We got my boy Tony Boy, that's nominated for Engineer of the Year. How you feel about that? How you
and collaboration of the year too?
Collaboration, I forgot about the collabo. Yeah, collaboration of the year. How you feel about your nomination?
Sure, man. I'm honored. Let's start with that. I will be honest and say last year I was one of the people that wasn't the biggest fan of award shows in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But now that I understand where they're trying to take it and like what it's supposed to symbolize, I'm all for it, man. Like people need something to look forward to, and I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, you definitely deserved it. And a bunch of legendary CG is nominated for Producer of the Year. I was surprised. I was not surprised. I was happy for that because last year he's supposed to be nominated. The work he did the year before, with the West Side Gun joint. He was also on the Conflicted soundtrack. You know, saying he was on there.
Yeah.
He had
He
some,
put in work.
placements. He had some placements. You know, and plus my placement.
He put in some good work.
He produced Future House, my track. You know, it was good to work with CG, man, and he was talked about a lot on the Rubber Radio platform, and I finally get to meet him. We chopped it up a couple of times, and it's good to work with him. I'm going to work with him again on my new album also, and all that. So, hey, you being nominated, man, that right there, man, and that you let people know that, you know, Tony Boy is here to stay. You know, those who don't know who Tony Boy is, you have to definitely hit my boy up on some engineering, mixing and mastering, recording, production, anything you need. He's there for artists that looking for something different, a new sound. You know, you want to collab with whatever.
I'm just honored to be on the same list with Kid Cole.
Yeah, yeah, the legendary Kid Cole, man.
Legendary Kid Cole.
He definitely need a legendary award, not just be the nomination. Need to give him the he one of the first engineers in Buffalo, if not the first.
They gave him, and just rest in peace, Shay. And I didn't even get a chance to mention my big brother. Him and Shay, they gave him like a Buffalo Achievement Award a few years back.
Yeah.
For like all the work they did for the Buffalo hip hop scene.
Yeah, man. Yeah, DJ Shay. DJ Shay, man, man, rest in peace to Shay. He been trying to get me in the lab since I moved back to Buffalo, man. I never had a chance because I was so busy in my management bag. I was managing Kulo. We had other things, other agendas going. I was trying to make way to the studio. He was always inviting me all the time on Facebook. Yo, come through, man. Come through. Joker, man. You got to come through. And every time I did try to come through, it was closed. But you know, it wasn't my time. But he did cop the Haters album. And we chopped it up when he was going through his health at the time. And then out the blue, the Most High came and brought him home. And I was like, man, I said, I was really hurt from that. I didn't get a chance to really work with him. He, like I said, hey, I got so many. I still got it on Facebook to this day, man. The invitations is still on the text. It's still everything, man. But rest in peace to the king, right. DJ Shay. I'm pretty sure he's proud of what's going on with Benny and them. He's proud, looking down and everything, and making sure they're protected. You know what I mean? In spirit. So rest in peace, DJ Shay. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, definitely got to
rest in peace, Shay, man.
Yeah. He definitely opened a lot of doors, a lot of underground doors. He opened up, man, and then everybody, and then Rick Hyde, Benny the Butcher is taking the torch and moving forward with it, man. So salute to them too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like, there's a lot more people that Shay had his hands on that are still getting groomed. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So like there's gonna be some more good music coming out. Benny's smart. Benny's really holding it down for Shay.
Yeah, definitely. So shout out to Benny, man. He on tour, doing what he's doing here, and then Conway's tour is next month. Or won't he do it? The album is crazy. Everybody's putting out good projects, man, and like not just Griselda, it's just a lot of people in the Buffalo area just coming out with some amazing talent. Who do you listen to on every day? What do you listen to independently that's in your deck, in your ear?
Like from Buffalo, or in this area?
Yeah, in this area. Who you listen to?
Man,
on your playlist?
I mean, it's gonna be a little biased because some of these are my clients, but I love Jamal Gasol. Like Jamal Gasol goes crazy. Like he spits some of the best lifestyle raps. Yeah. Brad Piff, the dude from Rochester, I really love his voice. Chill Ali from Buffalo.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite artists. He produces his own stuff and rap. Like Third Son, OG. I still listen to his old music. I'm actually on an album with Pseudo Intellectuals. I'm on one of their albums. I still listen to Pseudo.
Awesome.
I love. I just love hip hop, man. Like if it's good, it's good. Like that's what it comes down to. Like whatever. Like
when you listen to people that nobody don't recognize, man, on a regular, that's big. That's big. That's what make you different from a lot of people that's in the culture, not just in the city of Buffalo, but you actually you dig in those crates. you dig in the underground crate real deep. And a lot of people is afraid to do that. They have fear to do that. Me being inspired in music, I always dig in the crates and trying to find out, who is this? Like a lot of people that follow me on Instagram and that do music, I'm like, let me tap into that music. Let me see what you got going on. Let me check out your sound. Let me check what's going on. And I really get involved into everybody's movement and what they got going on, because it inspires me a lot. That's why it takes me time to do an album or do a single, but I take my time with it. And then at the same time, I keep my ear in the street, doing media now, the podcast. We got 716 radio starting on the 15th, starting Monday. 716 Live Radio. I'm the programmer for that, so I'm definitely going to get in my bag and bring a lot of people that don't know what's going on.
And shout out to Jay Heat, man.
Hey, that's my bro. That's Boss Man. Yeah, no doubt.
I know him and Ruckus had some differences back in the day. Like we ain't got no smoke. Rebel Radio. It's all love, bro. It's all love, brother.
No doubt. Yeah, so we definitely got that popping right there. 716 Live Radio, starting May 15th, 24/7, 365. You know what I mean? 716 Live Radio will be on 716live.com. Y'all can tune in, listen to the radio anytime you want to. We're going to get an app coming soon. I'm doing a pop-up show with the Joker Morning Show, starting on the 15th, Monday through Friday. Anybody want music played and all that, y'all can definitely do what it do. Y'all can send me y'all music right here, or send it to MP3 cover art to grindcdnl@gmail.com, and we'll definitely get you on rotation. And we finna do a music review show, and I'm gonna have a boom bap show and all types of stuff. So it's gonna have a good time on the radio show. You know what I'm saying? That we call us the real people station. You know what I'm saying? No,
right. Real BOK ain't it?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I love Ed Nice. Ed Nice is my dog, man.
Yeah. Ed Nice. You know what I'm saying? We don't know no smoke, but we call us the real people station. We definitely digging into the underground, unsigned artists. We definitely want to tap in that lane very heavy to give people an opportunity. And the crazy thing about it though is that 716 Live Radio is worldwide. We're gonna be over 13 countries off the muscle. So we can definitely get your music out there across the world and let people know what Buffalo working with. And my mentors always tell me that Buffalo is like the number one city they look at that talent at, from actors, actresses, models, music, producers, engineers, videographers, all that. So shout out to all my mentors that's in the game, from We the Best Music, Rock Nation, Atlantic Records, Interscope, you know what I mean? And Meek Mill's record label, a couple of the interns, my mentors. So shout out to Meek Mills and his label. You know what I mean? I'm just now tapping into Nicki Minaj label too, with a couple of interns. So you know what I'm saying? We wish me luck on that. So I'm just keeping my ear on the mainstream side. I keep my ear on the street on the underground side. So I balance it out like that. It's good to know those things. Like you always said when we was on Rubber Radio, when we come together and play music, when you do your thing at the boiler room or whatever you was doing DJing, he says it's good to throw a little bit of that, some of that drill and some of that, you bounce it out a little bit. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. So what I mean? We in the pop culture period, not just boom bap.
Because some of it is actually really, really good. It's just I feel like we're us as hip hoppers, we still look for people to have content in your rap. Yeah. So when you hear some of those raps and it's still I fuck your bitch, I shot somebody, whatever, that's boring. But then you get some of the drill joints that got a good story, whatever, then we gonna play it.
Yeah, I've been loving that J. Cole's and Lil Durk track. You know what I mean? It just dropped. I like that. That's fire. Yeah, it's fire. I like Lil. I just want to, as far as on the drill scene, Lil Durk, one of my favorites. He really got some good content. And I really liking Lil Baby stepped it up a lot on his content.
Yeah, I was about to say Lil Baby been going crazy. I wasn't a fan of him at first, but
me too.
He did that Bigger Than Black and White track, and then I heard a couple other joints. I'm like, okay, he talking. He's saying some good stuff.
He said something. So shout out to Lil Baby, shout out to Lil Durk, and especially shout out to J. Cole. That's my bro. I mean, you know what I mean? That's my bro. I didn't get a chance to hit Atlanta when they did the basketball charity thing, and then he went off. He went off out there, man, dropping 40 points. And he was saying he a hooper. You know, and I'm a legendary hooper too. You know, Devonair know that was my first love before rapping. You know, I used to gamble and play 21 and all that. I was jumping out the gym back in the day, my knees, ankles, and I'm feeling it now. Today's my birthday. I'm feeling it now.
Man, I had knee surgery last summer from a football injury that I had 10 years ago. So I mean, I played D. I ain't played D when I got recruited D1. Yeah. But like I played big time football here in Buffalo, man. I played for St. Joe's, so like I played all over the country.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah, believe me, y'all know. Like, man, like I'm aches and pains,
ankles, the knees, bruises. Man. I got up, man.
Yep.
Like, happy birthday, baby, and then I turned over, like, oh, ow, what's wrong? And my ankle. I said, yeah, it felt like 49. You know, I was a hooper. You know what I'm saying? I was a baller, and I was a street baller at that. So I took that very serious at one time. You know. I was, you know, I didn't really, you know, I wanted to go pro, but that wasn't really my thing. I just love balling. I love, you know, my thing was on my Iverson type of thing. So, you know, that's all I did around the city of Buffalo. A lot of the OGs remember me going to basketball court, a couple of, and back then, man, some of them boys, some of the white boys in South Buffalo was ballers. Oh man, I used to, you talk about St. Joe's. Oh man, come on, man, I bought with a lot of them cats from St. Joe's. St. Joe's, Nichols, my man, rest in peace, Jeff Muzinski, man. You know, I don't know, you know Jeff Muzinski. He went to
I don't think I know him.
He went to he went to did he go to St. Joe's? Did he go to St. Joe's or Timon? I'm trying to think with Jeff Muzinski. I think he was St. Joe's. Yeah, he was Jeff Muzinski. Right. He was there. He was a power forward, man. He was a white boy grandmama. You know what I mean? Yes.
Okay, so he was a bully.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I used to ball with him. You know what I'm saying? Jason Rowe, Leonard Stokes. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, with a lot of them boys, man. You know what I mean? Jonathan Simpson. You know what I'm saying? The dunk master. You know what I mean? JJ Dilbert, Otis, Ante, Warren Miles. I mean, I can name them all. Bobby Adams. I mean, them know all my boys. You know, the two cousins from Turner Carroll. You know what I mean? The cousins. The one was light skinned, one was dark skinned. They both was tall. They called them the Twin Towers of Turner Carroll. Got their name.
That's a little before my Turner Carroll era.
Yeah. Them boys. So
I used to want to go to Turner Carroll when people don't remember Kadir Latif was a D1 center at Turner Carroll. I mean, like when high school, I used to go watch him play in high school. Then he went to Bonaventure. Yeah, so like sports is heavy in hip hop too. Like it's a lot of athletes that are really good MCs.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I was involved in that culture heavy, man. Not just the hip hop culture, but the b-balling and you know, I don't talk about it too much, but when we do have conversations, when me and Devonair talk, a couple of OGs talk, they bring it up like, yo, man, you know, what you doing with that? What you doing with that, man? I know you ain't hooping right now, but I know you might be coaching or something. I said, yeah, I did a little bit of that down south. Shout out to my people that got drafted in the NFL, my young boys that I worked in South Carolina at the kids rec center back to school program, and my man Zach. He got drafted to Chicago Bears, and then my man Hamilton got drafted to the LA Rams for the Rams. So shout them boys out, man. Them my boys. I remember they were 12, 13 years old, man, coming to the rec center. They silly, they got jokes, but they football players. They're both linebackers, and hope they get a spot. I think they get signed. I think Hamilton just got signed a rookie deal already, so he already in place to be. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for my man Zach to get signed. He might have to try out because he got to go against them boys. He got to go against Edmonds and them boys. Edmonds is for Buffalo. He with Chicago now.
It's crazy. Yeah. You talking about people getting signed. My little cousin just got kicked out of the league. he was one of the 5 in that gambling shit.
Oh, man. Wow. Yeah,
Shaka Tony. He was a linebacker for the Commanders. That's my little cousin.
Word, yeah. Washington, man. You know what I'm saying? Washington stepping it up too. You know what I'm saying? No Hubcap loving that. You know, so that's his team.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No doubt, man. But man, it's good to have you on the platform, man. I had to get my brother on. Tony Boy. Y'all go ahead and make sure y'all go ahead and follow him right now. You know, so that this is brought to you by Painted Drip. You know, so I get my sponsor in there, which is myself. You know what I'm saying? Painted Drip, you know, I do the Painted Drip sneakers. You know what I'm saying? You know, do a little jump off. Shout out to Painted Drip. Go ahead and follow right now. These my auntie shoes, you know what I'm saying, right here for her, you know. Got her name in the back. You get on to me, you know what I mean? Hooking it on up. See the Painted Drip logo right there on the tongue. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to Painted Drip. Y'all go ahead and follow right now on IG. Make it do what it do. And don't forget to go ahead and vote for me on the, you know.
And me too.
Yeah. Hustle of the year. Overlook MC the Joker. Podcast of the year. Pop-up show with the Jokers. And also, you know, media company of the year of IBP Media Group. My man Kulu and all the family out there. We nominated, you know what I'm saying, for the media side. So make sure to go ahead and vote for me also. You know, all that, man, and make it do what it do. And don't forget to follow my boy, Tony Boy, right there. Go ahead and follow him on my IG right there. I am Tony Boy, the blunt guard in the building. You know what I mean? Making it do what it do. Make sure y'all continue to follow my man. And don't forget to vote for him too, man. Engineer of the year. You know what I mean? Give him his flowers while he's here.
Please.
You know what I mean? He want to smell him while he's here. Give him his king crown while he's here. You know what I mean? Don't wait until
or man, just come kick it with me. You know what I mean? Like I like to drink, have beers, be a regular person. Just don't talk about music around me too much.
Let people know where your engineering stuff at, where's your studio at and all that.
So I actually, my home studio that I work out the most of is Bridge Studios. That's located on 604 Hurdle.
Yeah.
You can book online at bridgestudiosny.com, or you can just contact me. I also work at GCR Audio, which is a Google Dog studio. And then I'm an independent contractor. So if you need mix and mastering, you know, just email me or, you know, contact one of the homies and they'll get you to me and we get some work done.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Y'all go ahead and check him out, man, and make it do what it do, man, and all that, man. And he definitely put in that work. He got a good sound. Production is good. If you're looking for a DJ too, hit him up. If you need a DJ for any type of event, hit him up. He'll definitely give you his prices and work with you and all that good stuff, man. He's a good dude and all that, man. Y'all, he got all types. He in all types of lanes, man. He's definitely putting it in that bag, and he's here to help and uplift everybody. You know what I mean? And show love. So everybody just tune in and make it do what it do, man. Now, man, I appreciate you being on the platform. Appreciate you doing all the work you've been doing. And staying positive. Good dude. You're very inspirational. You're very motivational. You definitely have a good spirit. Good dude to be around. And I can't wait to come home and chill with you. Parlay. You going to the awards, right? Going to the awards? You getting your ticket?
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't miss this for nothing. You know, even if I don't win, I'm just about to go in and show love. You know,
me too. I'm still the pop-up show. It's gonna be on the red carpet. You know, out there interviewing people live out there. You're out there just seeing all the people that go out there with the fly suits on and making it do what do. Everybody going there swagged out and everything. So I'm gonna have a good time out there, man.
I gotta lose some weight, make sure I can fit this suit.
You overdosing on the buffalo wings out there, boy. I miss the buffalo wings, man. Let me tell you, I'm saying this real quick before we get off. One thing I hate about being out of town, I miss the food in Buffalo. It's hard to find that. Yeah, it's hard to find that Buffalo taste when you're out of town. You'll find something that you'll love, that you got your favorites in other cities you go to, but it's still ain't like the Buffalo culture of food. And I'll be like, man, when I come home, I'm definitely gonna bring some stuff back, freeze some stuff in the freezer, ship it to myself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
remember when I lived in Florida, I had my mother my brothers drove down from Buffalo, and she put a cooler in the trunk, just full of like pizza, wings, all the Buffalo, Loganberry. I got Buffaloed out.
Yeah, and I heard about the Loganberry vodka out of Buffalo. I want to try. They got these.
I haven't tried it yet, but
you heard about it. It's all the bars in Buffalo got.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Especially on Chippewa. Any bar in Chippewa has it. I definitely want to try that Loganberry vodka. You get the Loganberry drink. You get a mixed cocktail with that joint. And I definitely, that's what I want to do. I want to try out that local berry vodka, give me a cocktail too, and chill with my people and all that, man. But I appreciate you being on the platform, man. Making it do it. I definitely appreciate you taking the time out your day to be on and to give you your flowers from your bro here on the
Man, I
platform,
appreciate you, man.
to being nominated and all that. And I appreciate everybody that tuned in to my other podcast, the Underground Lounge. That's every Friday. And next week on that show, I'm gonna have DJ M80 will be on that.
Hey,
Yeah, man. You got M80 coming next week
that's us,
on the
brother.
platform on the Underground Lounge, and we're gonna chop it up with him. He's also nominated for DJ of the Year, so and all that. And then later on the day, I'm gonna have to be right back on the platform on a pop up show with the Joker, and we're gonna end it off with one of the commercials for marketing for those who want to know about marketing. Let's talk about let my mentors talk about that blue check, since everybody want to get a blue check and see what's going on. And well, we gonna say I appreciate you, big dog, and no doubt, man, you be blessed. And I appreciate you, big dog.
You too, brother.
No doubt.
Man, yo, enjoy the rest of your day and
Artists,
keep doing
y'all
what
are
you're
being
doing, my man.
exposed right now. I have seen so many artists get blue checks that are not at a level where you have a strong fan base. You couldn't get verified through regular verification. And it's not a shot on whether you should be verified or not. It's a shot at the fact that y'all are paying for this verification and the things that I see that y'all will not pay $5 a month for, $9 a month more. That would be more impactful for your career. You don't want to pay for an email system to collect your fans' emails. You don't want to pay for an ongoing subscription to some type of education program. Like all these things that I keep seeing artists not pay for. But to get that little bit of perception, just a little bit of perception, that little fix, social proof. Artists are so addicted to social proof, whether it's I'm going to do bots just so I can get my views up, my streams up, or either I'm going to pay for fake followers, or whether I'm going to pay for this verification. I just want to feel like I'm up. Being up is a whole nother story, but if I could feel like I'm up, I could work on getting up eventually. Like it's a weird thing, man.
Yeah, and to your point,
because they're trying to maximize revenue. We don't care about just industry people and y'all's cloud, or if you're an artist and you look like you're a big deal. No, we just want as many people to pay for this thing as possible.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. So I get it. But again, that will tarnish over time the current perception of what it is. And there's going to have to be something new that creates perception. Maybe followers and engagement start to matter more from perception standpoint. I don't know where that's going to translate